Hello everybody, this is Bronislava for HandMadeRukodelky, and I just have to laugh because I can see myself. It's kind of funny to have the bird on top of my head. I just thought that's kind of goofy, so I'll just keep it in a video. And yesterday I was driving through a town that I really absolutely adore, me and my husband. And there is a store called Bella Filati, and I always stop there to go and see what they have. I was so excited when I saw this really cool and funky yarn. Look at that. It's kind of really, it has these little pieces. Originally it was $13.50 and I got it for $6.75. So I was so happy, you know. It really pays off sometimes to go and stop at really great yarn stores, you know, the ones that sell fancy yarns. And the company is Lang Yarns. Okay, and the I guess the name of the yarn is Drago, and they have different colors, but I chose this yarn because of my jacket. I wanted to go and make me a scarf, so I also bought myself a yarn to go with this because it really goes with this jacket. So when I'm finished, it's gonna be really, really pretty. I am so excited about this. Let me go and show you how I already started. And oh, I forgot to tell you what kind of yarn is this. This is Berocco Comfort, okay, in white, and it cost me $3.75. It was also on sale. So you can go and get sometimes really great deals in the fancy stores. So go and visit those fancy stores, okay? I already started. It will go and have these little pieces hanging out. And this is the width. So it's gonna go around. And I am making it very, very simple. I cast it on 49 stitches. On 6mm needles, okay, and I am basically knitting the seed stitch, so it is going to be reversible, right? Fluffy reversible scarf, you know, white scarf, and I am so excited about this, you know, when I'm gonna be wearing it with this jacket when it's colder outside. That's what I'm doing. So I do have videos how to do a seed stitch, how to cast on, okay, and do a seed stitch. And I also, the edge, I will be making all around here when I have it all done. So then I will knit around entire perimeter of my scarf. I am going to go and make that edge, and I will show it to you at the end of this video. But if you want to go and do a seed stitch, I have another video, you can go and click on that. As you see, I am knitting seed stitch, which is knit one and purl one. So I will knit one and purl one. Okay, knit one and purl one. And here I am coming to my little piece. Okay, so I want to go and purl this one before I kind of grab my piece. And this one is a little bit, it's woven in. You see it has like a couple strings. Look at that. I'll show it to you. You see it has like a couple of strings, okay? So you just want to work with it so those pieces stick out of your knit, okay? And so what did I do in here? I did purl, so now we need to knit and purl. We just continue as it goes, okay? And we're getting to another piece, And actually at this time I would like to switch to English style, knit stitch and purl stitch. This kills me when I have to go because I'm not very good at that. You know, some people, they just, they're so great with the English style knitting. I'm just not. I'm good at my regular. Okay, so here we are. And this one comes to the end, right? So we're gonna go and knit. You see, just about made it. And we're gonna have this one on the edge. Look at that. Okay, so we will turn it around. Let me grab this one in here. And we need to knit. So I'll just put my needle in there and wrap around. Okay, and this one is on the edge, nice and fluffy. Okay, and so I did knit, and now we need to do purl. So yarn forward. If you don't do those yarn forwards and then push them back, you will go. You see, if I would forget to go and put my yarn back, and if I would go and knit, I would have a yarn over. So don't forget those. All right, do not forget those. The yarn to be pushing it back and forth if you're knitting the English style. So this is how much I have done so far. Actually, I have knitted all my 4 skeins. I'm finished with my last row, okay, and I'm not casting off in a regular way. We will be casting off with iCord. And as you see, I still have plenty of yarn left over here, but I knew that this is not going to be enough to knit all the way to the end. So that's why I didn't knit. Okay, you have to stop at some point because you don't want to start your iCord somewhere in the middle. Okay, so now I'm taking my white yarn and I will cast on 3 stitches. Okay, I will cast on my 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. We will start working actually with these stitches, but I need to transfer these stitches over because the iCord cast on, it will be always from the 3rd stitch, you know, from 3rd knitted stitch. It has to reach over here, so it kind of curls, and you will go and see what I'm talking about. Okay, so what we will do is we will knit 2 stitches, so that's 1 and 2, and now we will knit next 2 stitches. That means the 3rd white one and the next dark one. We will knit through the back loop together. Okay, not that one, only not this one, just these 2. We will knit it through the back loop. Now we will transfer these stitches back onto the needle where we're knitting. Okay, so we'll transfer it. Okay, and we will start again. We will knit 2, 1 and 2, and we will knit next 2 stitches together, these 2, through the back loop. All right, through the back loop. And again, I will put my stitches back on this needle. Okay, and we will again knit 2 stitches, and then
knit 2 stitches together through the back loop. And let me show you how it looks. You see it kind of curls over because we are always bringing this. Let me go and show it to you better. My finger is in the way. So this iCord curls over the, you know, it makes a round, it makes an iCord because this yarn pulls it together all the way to the first one. Okay, now oops, look, I'm losing my stitch again. Okay, so I will continue knitting like this all the way to the end of my last stitch. Okay, and I just want to go and see how I'm doing over here. I might actually switch to a 1 size lower. This is size 6 millimeter. This is 6 millimeter. I think I think these stitches are kind of big, huge. So I think I'm gonna undo it and redo my iCord with 5.5 millimeter needle, because I think it's, you know, the stitches look huge. Okay, so I'll just go and take it, I'll take it out and redo it. And you know, if you are doing your iCord, you have to make a decision if you want to go and work with same size needles, or if you want to go and use smaller size needles. Okay, I started using my 5.5 millimeters needle. Okay, and I already like it much better because the stitches are not so huge. Okay, so oops, we have to start from here knitting. It's only the 3rd stitch that gets knitted through the back loop. Okay, so here we go, 2 together through the back loop, and transfer these stitches back onto the needle and start knitting in the front, right? Okay, 2 in a regular way, and the last stitch, knit 2 together through the back loop. So we will transfer these stitches to the needle. Okay, and now we will knit through the front loop 2 of them, regular way, 1 and 2, and I have to tighten them up because I am really loose with the with this hand. And through the back loop, 1, 2, okay, and pull the yarn through, and again transfer stitches back, 1, 2, 3, okay, through the front loop, and I have to tighten it all up, and through the back loop, 2 together right here. Okay, through the back loop. All right, so I will continue, and when I'm finished with my last stitch, I will show you what we will do on the side. It's going to be totally different. Okay, so I'm at my last stitch. All right, and look how it looks. It's just absolutely perfect. I like it. The stitches are not too big, they're not too small, it's not warped. Okay, so our last oops, it came off my needle. Okay, so this is gonna be our last stitch, and then we will be working on our corner. Okay, so we will knit 2 stitches through the front loop in a regular way, and now the last one again through the back loop. Okay, and we have all stitches of our needle, so we will put that one away because now we will be working with two double pointed needles. Okay, so now I need to start working on, let me put it this way so you can see, we will have to start working here on this edge. Okay, so we will be picking up the long ones, not the knots, but the long thread. You can see it right here. Okay, but before we do that, we will knit 2 or 3 rows. Let me go and knit 2 rows and then see if we want to go and do another row. Okay, so we will knit through the front loop again, all 3 of them. That's 1 row. You will go and push this needle all the way to the end, and you will go and do the same thing. Knit another row, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and let me see how it looks. If we bent it, it's not going to reach to our this stitch, because this is the last stitch that we knitted into, so we want to knit over here. Okay, so let me go and show you one more time. Okay, if we bent it, it doesn't reach yet to our next long stitch. Okay, this one here that is on my finger right now. So I will go and knit 1 more row, and let me show it to you actually in English style. So we will knit 1 more row right here. Okay, need to tighten it up. So we will knit and knit, tighten up, and knit in a regular way. Okay, now what we will do is we will just simply place this needle over here, okay, and place all these stitches on this other needle, all 3 of them, and tighten up and knit just the same way that we were doing before. So knit through the first 2 through the front loop, okay, and the last one both through the back loop. Okay, and we're done, right, with 1, and this corner curved nicely, and we will just continue like this with the next stitch. Okay. Pick the next stitch over here, push it, and then knit. Let's go and do it. So we will knit through 2 first front loops, 2 stitches, and then, and let me see, maybe we should go and pick up the stitch from the front. Let's go and do that. Yeah, that's much better. That's much better. Pick the stitch from the front so you can knit it in an easy way through the back loop. Okay, let me show you again. Look, so we knit it, and my next stitch after the knob is this one. Put it in the front, inside, push it, and now we can knit through the front loop 2 times, 1 and 2, and through back loop. Okay, now put your needle in there and push, and let's go and see if it's not pulling. So this is our 3rd or 4th time. And I think we will have to go and do one extra row. It's starting to be a little too far away. Okay, so yes, you see it's starting to be too far away from this stitch, from the next stitch. Okay, so what I will do is, instead of knitting with the next stitch, I will do an extra row without adding the black or dark gray stitch. So I will knit them all through the front loop here. Okay, and now we will go, and it will go and reach there. So we will go from front, okay, from front, and knit through the front loop, knit through the front loop, knit two together through the back loop. Okay, and let's go and see how it looks. You see, much better. So this is our corner. So I started actually picking up this every 2 stitches. So I picked over here 1 and 2 stitches, and now I am ready to do just extra row. Okay, so we will do front knit, regular, right, front knit, front loop, and now through the back loop. Okay, through the back loop without any dark stitch picked up over here. Okay, now we will go and add a stitch. Okay, so we were here, now we need to be here, and again I will do it from front, not from the back, because from front it looks better, and you can go and do back loop, third stitch, knit it through the back loop much better. Okay, so I will knit through the front loop once, knit through the front loop second time, and now I will go and knit through the back loop, put my needle back in one more time and pick up that yarn, repeat. So I will go and knit regular way through the front loop, knit through the front loop, knit through the back loop, two together, and again knit. So I picked up 2, right? So now I have to go and knit 1 row without picking up the yarn. Okay, through the front loop and through the back loop. I try to do it through all 3 when I'm like knitting through the front loop, all 3 of them without without this black yarn, and it did not look good. So front, back. Every single time, if you go and have yarn on your needle, the black yarn, or not, okay? So now we're picking up the yarn, that's for the first time, okay? Knit through the front loop, knit through the front loop, knit through the back loop, pick the yarn second time, all right, let's pick it up second time, knit it again, okay, knit, knit, and through the back loop, the 2 together, and now we will go and just knit it. I was getting out of the screen, huh? Okay, and now we just will go and knit without picking up the yarn on the side. So we will knit through the front loop, knit through the front loop, knit through the back loop. Repeat this all the time, okay? And it really does look much better. Also, if you go and see any imperfections, you can kind of tug it in a little bit. Okay, over here I have one big one because I had on the edge, I had my yarn with my tuft, so the edge was thick. You see, it was really thick over here. So, you know, don't worry about it. It looks really good. It doesn't warp and it doesn't pull, okay? It just looks nice and even. The edge looks really nice and even. All right, I am traveling actually, and I brought my video recording stuff with me into the hotel room, and I am finished with my first row. Okay, my first row, and I wanted to show you how I will continue along the bottom where I casted on my stitches. Okay, so here I still have on the side 2 more of these threads, I mean yarn, that I need to go and work with. Okay, and then we will go and start working on over here on the casted on side. So right now I have to go and do another one of these where we go and put our yarn onto the needle. Okay, we will knit 2 stitches and then we knit through the back loop. Okay, now I already did 1, 2, so I need to knit 1 without adding the dark yarn. So we will do this separately, just all but by itself, knit, knit, and knit through the back loop. Now we will go and add 1 more loop over here. Okay, that's our last one here on the side. And you may have a different number of rows than I do. Okay, so if you know, just go with the flow. Okay, so we are finished with our side and we need to start working on our casted on side, but we need to do that corner. We need to go and make that curve over here. So I will do exactly what I did over here. Okay, over here I will do 3 rows without adding any yarn, any loop onto my needle. So this is my first row through the back loop, two through the front loop, 1 through the back loop. This is my second row. Okay, slide that needle down, and this is my third one. Okay, and now I will start adding my stitches. So look at the stitches where they are. Okay, so it's like 1, 1, 1, and in this row I will do it like I did it first time when I was casting off over here. Okay, this was our where we had the stitches all on the big long needle. So, and we did not add any stitches in between, so I will do the same here. I will not add, I did not add any rows, not stitches, rows, I'm sorry. Okay, so I will not add any rows between my stitches over here either. So I just will go every single stitch through the back loop, and now we will go and add a loop, knit 3 stitches, the last one through the back loop, 2 together, right? And again add another stitch. So look for those stitches, be very, very careful where those stitches are, okay? Do not skip any stitch. If you skip stitches, it will be too tight, okay? It will look shorter. And you see, I am not adding any row without putting any, without putting a loop over. I'm just putting every single loop, and look for them really, really carefully. Okay, this is my loop. This is my next loop. Okay, so look for them because they, if they're a little shorter, the stitches over here on the cast on, you may skip it, and you don't want to do that, right? And through the back loop. You may actually even make them by pulling this loop. You may shorten up this loop over here, you don't want to do that, right? So look for it really carefully. And let's go and see how it looks so far. It's starting to look good, right? See, that's that corner that we made in here, so it would not be looking straight, okay? So it looks like a corner. All right, very good. So I will continue with my loops over here. Let me see, did I do this one? No, I didn't. So we're gonna go in here. And then again, when I get to my next corner, I will again do those 3 rows like I did over here and over here in these 2 corners, okay? I will do another corner here, and then I will continue with my side like I did over here. I think you can go and take it from here. I don't think you're gonna have any problems. I think I was detailed enough to show you what I'm doing, and hopefully if you go and make a scarf with a yarn that is very fuzzy like this, hopefully you will love it, because I know I will. I already tried it on even without wrapped it around me even without being finished, and it just looks perfect. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I am finished knitting around the entire perimeter of my scarf. And as you see, I have a different background again because my father-in-law is in ICU, intensive care unit, and we're staying in a hotel. Anyway, so let me go and finish this project in between the visits, right? So I finished my last stitch over here, okay? And I need to go and make my corner. So instead of making 3 rows, I will make 2 rows here, okay? So we will go and knit through the front loop, knit through the front loop, knit through the back loop. One more time. Knit through the front loop, knit through the front loop, knit through the back loop, okay? And now what we need to do is, with the last row, but using needle, we need to go and weave it all in and connect it into a circle, okay? So you need to take a needle and cut off your yarn and leave long enough tail to do the grafting
Yes, this is kind of like grafting. I've never done grafting in a circle before, so I will go and do my best best to go and kind of connect it together. I have done grafting with 2 live stitches against each other, but nothing ever like this. Okay, I know that I have to kind of like knit this stitch, so I will do this. I will go and do the kind of like I'm knitting it through the front loop, and I will go out through one of these loops right here. Okay, and I will want to come out, I don't know, I'll go back in here somewhere, but not through the same, so it doesn't come out, but through some stitch over here, and I will, oops, and will come out, and will come out again in here. Okay, come out through this stitch. Okay, and I will take it off. I will go in again in here, and I will go through, this is so awkward, through some stitch in here, hoping it's gonna look good, and come out again in here. And then I will do, here we need to go through the back loop. Okay, go in there again. Somehow, let me put this one away so we can see what we're doing. I'm not sure if you see what I'm doing. But do your best to connect these two together so it looks like it's weaved in. And let's go and come out again in here. Okay, so it looks kind of like this. Not the best, but not the worst either. Okay, and now I will go and just weave in, like weave in the ends. Okay, I think maybe I should go weave in this yarn this way and this yarn that way. All right, so you just go and do your best possible job, okay, so it looks good. And at some point I also will make a knot so it doesn't unravel. All right, so this is it. You know, when I'm finished weaving in this end and this end, I will also weave in my dark ends. Okay, and then I will wear it. Okay, so this is it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much again for watching, sharing, commenting, sharing your experiences, telling people how you did, how you did with knitting or crocheting with my videos. And if you have any other ideas, share it with your fellow knitters. Under the YouTube videos, there is a way to comment, okay? And I will see you another time.